G'day, you rotten lot. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today on the board we have the Octave Fuzz. This is the Slash Octave Fuzz from MXR. We'd like to thank MXR very much for sending us this pedal. They've been great supporters of the channel for a long time now. Now this is your good old-fashioned fuzz pedal with lots of gain. But it has a few tricks up its sleeve, so it is an awesome fuzz. It is an octave up fuzz, it is an octave down fuzz, and then you can also have the octave by itself with no fuzz, like the old sort of Boss style OC2, I guess you could call it. So I'm going to the amp and cabinet today, nice and clean. Then I also have a slightly dirtier amp and cab. Alright, so first of all, I've got both the octaves turned down, so this is just the fuzz on its own. Not a huge amount of fuzz with it all the way down. It's a really nasty fuzz and it's really sputtery sort of fuzz. Getting up around that 2-3 o'clock now. All the way up now. So there's heaps and heaps of fuzz on tap there if you want it. I'll just go through the tone stack for you really quick. Yeah, it's almost like a Q curve or a wah sort of thing. It's not definitely a tone knob, but I mean it doesn't. There's sort of bits where it sounds like it's a bit scooped, and bits where it sounds like it's a bit concave, and there's extra mids and stuff. But I guess you'd have to muck around with it a lot to sort of get the sound you wanted. You can hear the mids come back in down there, sort of around that 10-11 o'clock. Scoop mids there. Yeah, when you turn it from left to right, the knob, it almost sounds like a phaser because it's sort of moving the curve of the mid frequencies around, which is actually pretty cool. So it gives you lots of flexibility there. All right, I'll get into the tricks now. There is this little button here which makes the octave go into the fuzz. I'm going to turn that off, turn the octave all the way up so you can hear it. It's incredibly good at tracking single notes. So you can have it nice, clean octave because it's handy. Then like the old sort of Boss style OC2 analog sort of octave divider. It doesn't really handle chords at all, but with a dirty gnarly fuzz, that's exactly the glitchy octave sound you want to get that real nasty fuzz sound. So now I'm going to punch the octave back into the fuzz by pushing the button. So again, awesome for doing single note runs. And really nasty and glitchy for doing chords. But that's why we love the old OC2 style octave pedal in it. Sounds so good. Now this also has an octave up, believe it or not, and the octave up has its own switch. Giving you that real octave fuzz. So I've turned the lower octave off, so now it's just upper octave. You can get that harmonic sort of vibration in there. Which is what I use Octave Fuzz for. With the sub off button off, it actually makes it much more pronounced, doesn't it? The Octave Up Fuzz. Oh, that's awesome. All right, now what I'm going to do is run it into a slightly dirtier amp. Now it sounds extra filthy, just so heavy. Bring the lower octave in for you. Bring the higher octave in. Such a dirty sound. Now I've just got the octave up and the fuzz going into the dirty amp. just like a massive wall of sound. Well, there you go. This is the Slash Octave Fuzz from MXR. Again, I'd like to thank MXR very much for sending us this pedal to have a muck around with. We are sending it back, but we appreciate you sending it to us all the same. Been a great support of the channel for a long time. If you've got this far, I hope you found this useful. It's definitely a flexible octave fuzz. I reckon it could find a place on most dudes' board, because even on its own without the octaves, it's still a pretty kick-ass fuzz. So good job, MXR. That's awesome. Don't forget, if you're here in Australia, just walk into your local guitar shop and ask for it, or you can find more. There'll be a link in the description if you need more information from the MXR website, MXR/Jim Dunlop website. If you've got this far, thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It really helps our channel out a lot. Give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, anything like that really helps, and we really, really appreciate it. So we're getting close to 10,000 subs, unless you're watching this like way in the future, and we're already sort of well over that. But if you're watching it now, we'd like to thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.